Hey y'all, welcome to the WN Network. It's your 12-team single elimination NBA2K25 tournament for the WRSTLwrld Cup 54. Yeah, basketball for wrestling. Let's see how that works out. It's been doing good so far. I'm your host, Advi Devon, joined by my special co-host, Forever Craig.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Yes, indeed, we got some basketball on our hands. We got the quarterfinals set out of this 12-team tournament. There was an opening round for select amount of participants who did not get a bye, who have now moved on to face those in the bye. The first of the first of that match being the Phoenix Suns 0405 representing myself up against Jackie represented by the Detroit Pistons 0304. See, Craig here is to help kind of fill in the gaps for you. See, I'm not the biggest basketball guy, as in I may be one of the smallest basketball guys. Don't know much about it. But,
So yeah, I can fill in the gaps where we need to. Basically, from last week, the Suns, just awesome combination plays with their players. Stoudemire got 10 points in the first quarter alone in their 49-39 win. Pistons, meanwhile, the year that they're playing from, their record was 54-28, so pretty solid. But only the Pacers and the Nets beat them, but they did win they won the NBA Finals. They won the league that year. So yeah, their big offensive player would be Chauncey Billups.
basketball ball. Jay is the GOAT. Farmer Long Tag, DDP, Robin's a member of... What I know about basketball, this one guy is associated with the wrestling faction. Small thumbs up. But yes, I say it's time we dive into the action.
Did you know one time Dennis Rodman headlined a pay-per-view with Kurt Hennig?
No.
Yeah, and it wasn't WCW. It was a random Australian promotion.
That's nuts. Holy crap. That's nuts. Okay, my chair. It's not cooperating with me today, y'all. There we go. I was getting little guy syndrome next to Craig, and I still don't think I'm doing much better. But yes, I think it is time we dive into the action. So we shall.
I reckon this will be a close game.
I'm thinking so too. Based on Jesse's predictions, he's thinking it's going to be a classic clash of styles. It's going to be high-speed offense against gritty defense.
And there's the other major player who from last week was Steve Nash.
Yep, that's exactly what we said. Is Steve Nash is looking like he is going to be the it factor on his team. He can get through that defense steadily and consistently. The game is theirs.
Okay, so he's 2012, 2013 Robert Roode. 3-point, straight off.
Nice! 3 points to get on the board for the Pistons. This is Jackie Questionable's first showing in this tournament. She's represented by the Pistons. Up against myself, represented by the Suns.
Down low. Picked it out of midair.
Yeah. Stolen. Oh, we got a foul right at the gate. Barely a minute into this quarter.
And that's also what they've got to watch out for the Suns. The center playing defense for the Pistons is Darko Milicic, 7 foot tall, very good player. Going to be deceptively good in that defense and attack.
Here's Stoudemire.
Pistons in the
Stoudemire.
white,
Now 1 for 2.
purple for the
Such
Suns.
a multi-talented threat on the offensive end. And you
Suns
love
getting on the
his
board there,
confidence.
trying to catch up with Pistons.
Pass to Hamilton.
This is weird.
20 feet.
Oh,
Harrison,
just
ooh.
there we go.
Game to fall.
Stoudemire got the
And
ball.
Can't let him have open shots from mid-range.
Arguably the MVP of the last round for the Suns.
Outside Richardson. There's the screen by Johnson.
Go over the three-shooter. Ooh. Stoudemire.
Decent short burst. Oh, foul from behind.
Phoenix shooting their first free throws of the game.
Giving free throws to Stoudemire is maybe a good idea.
There we go. All right, even it up with a free throw. Getting the second one to take the lead here.
That one misses.
No, does not. Wallace scooping the ball out of the air.
Failing to get the lead.
Even up the
Whoa.
game though.
There, but he does tie it up.
Pass to Billups.
I think again.
Steve
it-
Nash
it's-
trying to block there, right past him. Hamilton go over for the shot.
Rebounded
Oh,
by
Off the
Marion.
rim. Marion's passing it over.
And like I said, I think I was trying to say,
In the first quarter.
I think the first quarter is probably damage limitation for both teams. Get a feel for each other and see what the major plays are coming from.
Here's
You know,
Williamson.
Exactly. That's a great call. Foul as they get the 2 points. But as you say that, we're almost halfway through this quarter already. We barely have 10 points throughout the entire game. It's rough.
Here's Richardson.
yeah, but every time Detroit have scored, they've scored 3 points.
Pass to Nash. And just under 2.5
Just trying to
minutes
go
left
in.
here in the first.
7 seconds on the clock.
Covered by Williamson.
Johnson.
Short
Easy
shot
two.
gets it
On the
in.
front of the rim and drops in.
Well, Johnson isn't just an outside shooter. This guy is a versatile,
Looks like it
talented
is down the
scorer
court.
in the paint.
Nash not so easily letting them out, but look at that.
Playing the
Doing the
screen.
thing I forgot the name of.
And that one makes him
Yeah.
2 for 2. He's in his
Screen.
rhythm.
Defensively,
Screen.
you can't afford
Yeah.
to get stuck on the pick.
You know
Screen
exactly
defense.
what that takes. It takes energy.
Or screen
it takes
offense on that
activity,
occasion
it
because
takes
it's basically
intensity.
blocking the defender from being able to see and then going around him like that.
Inside.
Exactly like that. It stood up myself with the easy 2 by Nash.
That's what it
Beautiful
takes to pull
play.
that off. The Pistons
Play
leading.
staying on the Pistons, but one has to wonder if. Oh, we got a timeout. And has to wonder if they're going to take the lead by the end of this quarter or not.
We got a timeout and then all of a sudden the green arena turned purple, like purple gas just appeared out of somewhere.
Right?
it's
Like, timeout. We got a leak, everybody.
The Suns making a switch here.
timeout, the purple gas has escaped.
Now, y'all, we know you're the Suns, but we got to ask just because of the color.
Williamson passes to Milicic.
Is it you?
Hunter against Richardson. To the paint. And there's the
Whew.
slam.
Nice pass at the dunk.
Finished it off.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Barely a dunk man stood on his tippy toes.
Hunter against Richardson. Pass to Barbosa. 1:16 left now in the first
Beautiful
quarter.
movement round.
Yeah.
Bounds. Suns ball.
Got
Phoenix
blocked out, though.
keeps possession.
They have 6 seconds on the clock of possession to get the shot off here.
Up top, Jackson.
Not a lot of time.
Beyond
Just
the
got to
arc.
go for it.
He drops
And he
it.
did.
Beautiful
Under the pressure.
three.
There it is. Tied it up
Makes it a
10-10.
tie ball game.
And
In the
that's
final
what they
minute
want
of the
to
quarter.
do. Get him open looks
Soaked up the pressure like a
right
sponge.
Pass to
Very much
Billups.
so. Pass to Billups. Back to Billups,
They
rather.
set a pick. To the inside. Campbell. And it's Phoenix with a rebound.
It's a good setup, but not quite the execution they wanted there. Campbell not getting the dunk off of Billups' pass. Barbosa. Agility has been his strength
Hunter
here.
covering. Jackson left side. Over Hunter. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Jackson's
Suns
got
take the lead
5.
for the first time this contest.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Billups.
And they haven't
Bit of
can they
shape.
maintain that lead. Oh, just bounced off the rim.
And no
Wasn't
good.
Again.
saved.
Hunter with some nice D.
And Hunter with the
Oh,
defense
this is-
there.
Here's Barbosa.
Very good playing by the Suns. Just barely missed themselves. Got it in off the second try, though. Establishing
Stoudemire
that
Points in the
lead.
game.
Well, just it's easy to
Seven
say
seconds.
Stoudemire was
they
7
wanted
points
more,
again
but
this
they
quarter.
just
gonna go
That's
for it.
half of the points.
They're going to have to.
Cashing in. Well,
And gets it.
even a
There we go.
Buzzer
Just as the buzzer
beater.
sounds. Close that gap, but they go into the second quarter in second place.
Phoenix out in front, up 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
I mean, a 2-point gap is not the worst. It's not the best either, but we've seen far bigger coming out of the first quarter in the first round.
Precisely.
So
This is a tight-knit game
Good
thus
action
far.
already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this
But yeah,
first
like I
quarter play.
pointed out, Stoudemire again
All
that
right, a moment to
quarter,
look at the
7
scoring
points
approach
out of
in
those
terms of where
14
the
for the
points are coming
Suns.
from here for Phoenix.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking.
Incredible points
Such
scoring
an
machine.
established presence.
To bust up the
And on a
defense
team with Steve
and get
Nash
high
at that.
percentage looks.
And
Yes.
the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first
Like,
shot.
the way I put it is this: is
Great.
Nash
Right
is
now, second quarter for the
like
Suns.
a Macho Man Randy Savage, an intercontinental title.
In at the one spot.
Like he's the
First trip to the free
workhorse.
throw line for
Stoudemire is like the big star, the Hogan.
And the
But
second
like,
Oh, okay. I thought it was the other way around.
The Suns
Never mind, this
leading.
makes much more sense then. People
Yeah,
talk
Nash-
so much more
Nash-
about Nash. I thought it was the case.
to the middle.
yeah,
Uses the
Nice.
Steve
glass
Nash
layup.
is good
And
as
you
well.
like the balance here.
Extending
Not just
the gap to
falling in
3.
love with the 3 ball.
Here's Ham. Here's Hamilton. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. There's a screen. Inside. Here's Campbell. Howard down.
I mean, your guards and your centers are like the ones who have to do a lot of work from the back of the court. The power forwards are usually the ones who immediately are with like up front of the court, waiting to get the
Second quarter, and we're
play
just over
supply
a
to them
minute
to
in.
score the points. You know,
Yes.
Here's Barbosa.
like they're already set up as like the ones who are going to be the big ones scoring points because of where they are.
The three ball.
Just got to shoot.
3-point.
Try putting
3-point
himself
take, no?
under that pressure. That same pressure you got the last shot off of.
Here's Hamilton.
Didn't work out though.
Down low. Here's
Detroit's
Campbell.
go back in the lead.
Swatted.
And it's out of
No.
bounds. They say it was last touched by
Looks like
Hunter.
he tried to play it up
Davis,
there.
He's checked in for the Pistons. Phoenix making a
Yeah,
switch
he
here.
got caught out, like blocked, and ball went outside of the goal.
Second quarter of basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. Hamilton. with the
Beautiful.
bucket.
Nothing but net. Great shot.
And
Taking
it's
the lead
Suns
back
with
for the
ball.
Pistons.
They trail by 1.
The Suns can't afford to get shook.
Now here's Miller. Out
In
to
the
the right wing.
defense chance for the Pistons,
Hands are behind them.
which is what they are known for.
Shot clock at 5.
At least what is anticipated to be a major factor in this sort of back and forth. Nash, though, just rolled the rim. Back over to the Pistons.
Here's Hamilton.
Anticipated that Nash breaking through the defense was going to be the it factor of this match, but was not able to pull it off in that instance. And here we are with a 3-point lead in the Pistons' favor.
And it's swung. That's not gone from a 3-point lead to the Suns to a 3-point lead for the Detroit. 6 points on the bounce for Detroit.
2 for 3 now. It's first miss.
And this
Just
shot
like
again.
that.
This is going to be 8. This is going to be 8 points on the bounce. Maybe even 9 to get a 3-pointer here.
It's possible for the Hamilton now.
Here's Hamilton.
Not
Okay,
beneath a
no.
To the paint.
three-pointer. Ooh, nice little psych out last second pass to get the shot.
Detroit lead.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in. coming
They're
off
either
that
getting
pick.
in their bag or in their opponent's heads either way. The Suns need to turn this around for themselves, or we're going to have a major momentum swing going into the second half. Those defense chants ringing loud and more intensely.
Screen on Davis.
Nash going for it. I'm not sure if it's frustration, determination, whatever it is, closing the gap.
Nash just got his second basket of the game.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's
That was a
remember,
good
not
one-person play there. He really
shot
worked
in
and
their
hustled.
Timeout call.
Got
Yeah,
round,
it's almost
got
like
the
everyone was
shot.
anticipating somebody else getting involved, and when it didn't happen, that's exactly what he took advantage of. He just kept pushing. Once he felt confident in spacing, bam was the points.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what you get when you get a workhorse like Steve Nash on the court. Phillips,
Two
foul.
free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Going to have 2 at the free throw line.
All right,
Macho
guys,
Man
Cincinnati
Steve
here,
Nash.
the scoring breakdown.
The most consistent attack on offense so far has
Steve
been
Nash.
the mid-range jump shot. We'll see if they can keep that rolling.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside.
Yeah, the Suns have
converting
been
tons of paint opportunities.
pretty good, but Pistons on another level at the moment.
Here he goes.
Center lined up, did not get it.
D by Wallace.
I mean, it's these bounce outs. This second quarter, they've had a lot more bounce outs than Detroit. Detroit's just been able to, when they go up into the opponent's D, they're able to.
Oh, lost the ball.
And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Commentary is so accurate.
Six to
Yeah,
shoot.
WWE 2K, step up your games.
Here's Hunter.
Literally, though.
Rebounded
We have
by
such
want- I want
general and recycled commentary.
Let's get WWE Crush Hour or SmackDown 2 commentary.
Pass to Marion. From D.
Sorry.
Johnson.
Oh, ho, ho, beautiful three.
Johnson's got 5.
I want to.
From the
I want to
edge.
hear.
Joe Johnson
I
goes
want
straight
to
up.
hear Michael Cole say, "Rikishi has the twisty ride."
Hunter in the post. Guarded by
That's funny.
Richardson.
The thing is, CK genuinely does not give a shit about the WWE. Oh yeah, no, truly, it's fully WWE just wants to have the 2K label attached to their games. 2K doesn't want to have the WWE label attached to theirs.
Now here's Johnson. 5 points in the game.
And I would not be
realize
surprised
it's
if
not-
if the WWE 2K games do not sell as well as the other ones.
Here's the pick.
Oh, definitely. The other 2K sports games sell far. Wrestling is very niche in terms of game sales.
Counted, had it gone.
It's niche as a sport in general.
Half a play.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, wrestling. It's almost a subgenre of
Following the
like.
break. Keep it right here.
It's not even a subgenre of sport anymore. It's almost like it's really tried to create its own. Create its own genre for a while. Well, specifically WWE did. And it kind of worked, at least from the perception of a lot of people here in the States. Wrestling? You mean like that WWE?
Well, I think also it's because how accessible WWE has been
And we're halfway
through
this one.
generation to
Basketball
generation. It's
left in the
always
game.
been on
That's
since
been
the
a fairly
70s
even
on TV.
That as well, but the thing is, like,
The Pistons
before the
lead.
90s, there was so much
Williams
variety of
in
pro
at the
wrestling
3. That's
available
the group
in the
for Detroit
States.
right now.
Like, wrestling was like people's wrestling experience being their local promotion was not like that was very common. Like, I'm just gonna go down to my local wrestling show, kind of thing. But in the 90s and 2000s, that stopped really being a thing because WWE really went out of its way to kind of like kill any major competition.
Shot by Hamilton, no good.
Kind of
Hamilton
buy it
Monopolization
out.
of the scene. Yeah.
That's exactly it. So all there was WWE. Imagine if, basketball, like the entire world only had NBA. You wouldn't think of basketball as anything else.
And they kind of had that again when the NXT UK happened. Like, it really did monopolize the UK scene.
Marion misses.
Yeah, and imagine if it stayed like that for 20 years, then your kids would be like, "Oh, wrestling, you mean like that NXT?"
And with a little over
You'd be like, "No, like Web Pro,
Like
ICW.
WAW.
ICW."
Phoenix with a rebound. Stoudemire's
I
got
need to
4
push my
rebounds
boy
in the game.
Swede to my kids.
Johnson passes to Nash.
Shout out to WAW World Champion
Pass to
Swede.
Richardson. Takes it inside, and it's all tied up.
So in the second
Good
half, do they
point.
switch sides of the court?
And it's
Uh,
Detroit with the ball.
Dude, yes.
that's
I
what it
think they-
feels
I
like.
think-
Detroit
Yeah.
calls timeout.
Or the hard cam switches, one or the other.
I think it switches just because, like, the hard cam switches, like a bit like in FIFA / EAFC, they do the same.
Okay.
As someone who has played the EAFC games recently,
UFC.
Phoenix on D. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
Pick works well there, but the defense left
I only
a lot
played
to
it for the
be
manager
desired.
mode because I
It
kind
takes
of like playing
incredible
manager.
effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's
Stoudemire, again, helping out Nash.
Inside.
Didn't work too super well, but there you go.
Here's Stoudemire.
He's there.
Ooh, a little luck there,
2
Stoudemire,
points.
as it drops.
We're back even,
Stoudemire's got 9
25-25.
points. And here's Detroit.
I wonder if Detroit decided to like let them come back in, rest up a little bit, so they have a bit more energy in the third and fourth quarter.
Up and over Richardson. Shot by Hamilton, no good.
I've known that strategy to happen before when teams get big leads, like 7 or 8 points in real life. They rest up a little bit, let the other team come at them, and then they can rest up their star players ready for like another burst of attack.
Here's Billups.
Oh, okay.
9 points in the game.
Basketball is very tactical.
From 18 feet away.
No, it really is. Like,
Up two there.
the thing about most sports is that they are much more tactical than people give it credit for. Like, people think that the stuff was like very intuitive, but it's like, no, the more you learn about the rules and you learn around like how people use those rules to their advantage and stuff, it's like, no, it's not a matter of being the best player, it's about being the smartest player.
Milicic grabs the board.
Exactly.
Williamson looking around.
And it also entirely depends on what's your coach's coaching style. Like the head coach will have a certain style of play that he prefers doing,
Drives to the hoop. And Billups gets it to go. And now it's a 4-point
and that kind of
Detroit
preference
lead.
of play will be coached into you.
Billups has gotten 5 shots to fall in 8 tries. Phoenix calls timeout.
By the way,
Timeout on the Suns side.
Pistons
4
went
points
4
down.
points unanswered.
Substitution on the court.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock.
We haven't seen many steals of the ball.
Barbosa passes to Stoudemire. Phoenix no good that time either.
Well, tremendous defensive effort on the interior. That's the kind of contest you want.
Yeah, I think we've only seen one. I can only note 2. One in each previous quarter. He's stalling out. Is the Pistons.
Oh, and he
What
got
the
fouled
foul?
on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Again, he waited for the. Came up to him, waited for the contact, got the easy foul and 2 points. Or 2 free throws.
Yeah,
Couldn't slow
right.
them down.
How
Hitting
it
from
goeth.
the mid-range, though, all
Is the B
game
word
long.
basketball or is the B word basketball starring Trey Parker and Matt
The
Stone?
point of attacking, and it's led to them getting
I think it's
buckets.
more than one word.
Jones, he's checked in for the Suns.
Oh, yes, you just say words.
Phillips. 14 points
I'm gonna
for
keep
him.
bringing that up
Set the
because that
screen
film is ridiculously dumb.
to the inside.
But what do you expect from the crazy
Nice
South?
Layup is
pass.
good. Campbell's got 7 points.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Pass to Hunter.
Duh.
Thank you, Raya. Hunter on the ball here,
Yeah,
big
that's pretty
butter. Dynamite. Blocked.
Oh,
Foul.
And this will be his third
set up a
and fourth
foul
free
for
throws of the
himself.
game here.
There we go. Close this gap a bit.
And he drops it first. Phoenix making a
Smooth.
switch here.
Let's do it again.
Like I said,
And he
The
does it
defense-
again.
So he hits both of them.
the defense has been on Stoudemire. They've clearly seen, like,
16 seconds left to play
last
in the
week's
third
match,
quarter here.
Phoenix Suns, 10 points in the first quarter from Stoudemire alone.
And he drops in
They've
the layup
learned
off
to
the glass.
basically, that's the main threat you've got to guard. Got blocking from getting the
Defender is
attempts
giving
off.
them that much space, the points are inevitable.
Precisely
Here's
it.
Stoudemire.
That's a beater.
Misses.
Not quite.
Counted, had it go.
5-point gap going into the
Third quarter
fourth.
comes to a close.
Much,
Pistons ahead.
a much
They're up by 5.
tighter defense,
And time for
at
a
least
short break.
in
Stay
this
right
outing
there. The
from
fourth
the
quarter
Pistons,
is
though.
coming up next.
Oof.
And a moment
But
now,
now
as we take a
the
look at
Suns
our
find
State
themselves
Farm
in
assist of the
a
game.
unfamiliar
Ooh, I'm
situation,
fired up
at
to
least
see
by the
this
standards of
dish
this
one
tournament,
more time.
and that
It's
is
always
fighting
great
from
to see your
underneath.
two guards share the wealth.
That's, yeah, they're showing a replay there. That assist, that was a beautiful shot.
Very much so. We got 5 points down.
Well, what a
Pistons in
terrific
the
game
lead.
it's been so far.
Here in the
But
final
this
quarter.
fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball.
This is where
On
the
the
Suns
court
need to
for the
put
Suns, getting the
everything
fourth
together
quarter
that
going.
they've learned,
Got Jackson
experienced in this game thus
McCarty
far.
in at the 4 spot.
That
I'm gonna
is
get-
not
Yeah, Hunter gets fouled there.
James
But
checked in
again,
for
not the
Jones.
worst person to foul as being the center.
Yo, that's awesome.
Detroit leading by 5.
But no, there's
Throws it
no.
up high.
Union is in modding? No. Wrestling modding is no. That's not a thing.
Unforced error.
It's not a thing.
Here's Nash. Pass to Barbosa.
The only union in
Pass to
wrestling was that
Barbosa.
stable. Was that stable in WWF, the union of people you ought to respect, son, aka up yours.
Hunter can't get it to go.
That's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Because Vince Russo
James with the ball.
is a talented writer with total subtlety. Sarcasm.
The rebound by Jackson.
No defender in sight. He tries to take initiative, but ultimately.
Oh my god, beautiful three-pointer.
Cool, calm, and collected
Phoenix
at a
Suns
critical juncture of
halving the
this game.
gap now.
Now here's Hunter. Pass to Hamilton. Down low. Here's James.
James.
Lays it up and in
Easy
off the
2
pretty
points.
assist. And the Pistons.
And again, that's going to be annoying because they look like they had him guarded.
Trying to get the foul, the bucket,
Try to
or
stop
both.
us. Unmod. Unmod.
Out to the right
Unmod.
wing.
What was that?
Here's Nash. Check by James. And the
I saw the words Chaos Reigns and then my brain went, yeah, like the Buffy the Vampire Slayer game on PlayStation 2. I was like, no, that's Chaos Bleeds. No, and no one else is going to get why I'm referencing that game.
It's winning time.
The Pistons call timeout.
Moses, yeah, the Pistons on timeout. They see the gaps closed, and they need
Hi,
to
guys. The head coach for the
find a
Pistons
way
had some
to
instructions
stall
for
that
his guys
out.
during the break. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, "Are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there."
And 3 minutes still
Follow
on the
game
clock
plan.
as well.
You
This
got
is a
this.
lot of time to try and stall that and keep that lead.
Here's Billups.
Hamilton on the ball here.
Here's Hamilton.
Oh no, you see,
4 on
Ray,
the
that's
clock.
just that would just be my gradual unraveling
Shot blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds.
because that's exactly it. Who else? No one. So I'll just be sitting there trying to do it myself, and I lose it.
Last quarter of play.
Unraveling, you say? Is that going to be like the theme song of Tokyo Ghoul?
They turn it over. And you gotta be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Oh, terrific defensive
I'm glad you knew
right
exactly
there.
what I was
Getting
talking
stops like that is crucial for them right now.
The greatest thing the anime ever produced. Like it's like 400% greater than the next best thing the anime ever made.
And he's going to the line for two.
Oh my God, Jim Cornette cameo?
While he was going up. That free throw no good. He hits
There
the
we
second
go.
one.
Why couldn't they be a guy who is just like loves doing weights in his local workout facility and is also has terrible wrestling takes as a gimmick, and his name is Jim Cornette, spelled G-Y-M.
It's hauled in by Nash.
And it didn't
Who
fall.
the unions
but
movie
still
busted
a
also
great
Devin
look.
breaks
You know,
say
it can be
breaks
frustrating when you make
because
the
of
right
maths.
and fail to
Yup.
You just have to stay with it here.
Now here's
Yep.
Richardson.
I was right, but what cost? I say in my madness in the padded white room.
So he'll be headed to the line.
That's a big foul at this point in the game.
It
Stood
very
by
much
with
is
two.
because he could have just handed the lead to them on a platter.
And the free
And now like
throw
that,
is
the Pistons
good.
are the ones fighting from underneath.
You must embrace the
Only a
pressure.
1-point difference right now,
Knock down
but
free throws. Nicely
a
done.
stall tactic can prove effective.
They set the pick.
Thing is now, Suns, there's still 2 minutes on the clock. Like I said, this is a lot of time still.
To the inside.
Yep,
Wallace
and just like that,
brings it back. And again, sort of redeems himself for giving up that foul.
Difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling.
The big
saying,
threats are
"I'm
on
going
court
to
though
it."
for Suns. I think Barbosa's there, Nash is there, Stoudemire's there.
Richardson. Here's Stoudemire. Watched by Wallace. Just 5 on the clock.
3 seconds, 2 seconds.
Johnson. No good on the
Oh
three.
no!
Just another
Again, I've had to waste this,
all the way
this
down the
position.
court.
Here's Hamilton.
This could be big.
Ooh, that was.
Johnson.
And they got it a second time around. This is rough. Less than 90 seconds, 3-point gap. The Suns are in trouble. It's doable, but oh man, do they need to get their head in the game now more than ever? And there you have it,
Beautiful
almost as if to
layup.
shut me up.
Great flush.
Beautiful layup for the slam.
Getting it done with 5 of 9 shooting from the field. A minute 9 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Inside, here's Wallace. Dunks it hard.
Wallace again, though. He's coming in handy in these last 2 minutes.
To the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look
Is he the
pretty
2-minute man?
That's true.
Here's Nash. Fades and shoots.
Stoudemire. Big score.
Brings them within 1.
And the stakes
This is a tight game.
I'll tell you, that changes things.
45 seconds on the clock. I think they have timeouts each.
Williamson outside.
Williamson.
Ooh, back and forth to Hamilton.
6 to shoot.
Yeah.
Drive.
Hamilton did.
Ooh, that was a foul.
So he'll take 2 from the
Oh,
field.
this
Wow,
is
30
rough.
seconds left.
the defense there doing
This is not good. Oh, wow. Then that immediate
Timeout.
timeout. Suns are like, all right, first off, fuck you, why'd you do that? You just gave them 3 points.
with the time left. I think they've got to be looking for a quick shot here.
I was not expecting the swear directly from Adby. Timeout again.
Cold Sun.
It's just... Because like this time of the game, it's like, dude, you should not have gotten that aggressive to swiping him. He was already not lined up right.
Over to the left wing.
Stoudemire getting the ball. This is what...
He-
If you're the
This is what
Suns,
they-
this is
they
what you
can't
want to do.
afford. They can't afford this amount of much time on it, though.
Ooh, and that's exactly what we got. And a foul that just handed them more points.
Not a bad foul.
This is done.
That's the first one. And that gives him a 4-point
4-point gap.
Topped at
5
5.
point.
Good. And it's a
5-point gap, 16. Oh my goodness.
Possession game with
2 free, they're going to need 2 3-pointers, and even then, they got to get possession away from.
Richardson.
Oh, they got
It's over.
hasty.
Good shooter. But from that
Oh, yeah, and another foul?
so.
boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create
They're getting
additional
salty.
space by stepping back further from the line.
And so he drops them both.
Damn.
Sinks the train.
Ooh.
48-44 final score, though.
So it's Detroit who scraped by with the win.
Oh, man.
Fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
It goes to show what a little bit of a temper can ruin the whole game.
They overcame everyone.
They needed to get focused, and they got hasty. GG's, Jackie. That is my showing for this tournament, as I was represented by the Suns. But a great game to go out in. Hell yeah, as someone who is not typically that entertained by basketball, that had me sat. But yes, up next we're going to be having ourselves the Houston Rockets, 24-25, representing Cameron Zebra in their first showing for this tournament as they got the second bye up against David Rudder, represented by the Philadelphia 76ers.
It's the NBA Live on 2K Sports on this Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah,
That's
this
I'm
is-
serious
Kevin
about it.
Harlan with me at the table, Greg Anthony, and
Yeah,
Richard
this is an
Jefferson.
interesting
And we've also
match.
got Hall of Famer David
76ers
Aldridge
last time, of course,
reporting
won
from the sideline.
37-25 against the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers missed a lot, though, in that
Facing
game.
the Houston Rockets.
Meanwhile,
Now,
the Houston
Philadelphia
Rockets
starting lineup.
from this season,
Hill is out for Mutombo. Then
when I
Flint,
wrote this
then there's
sheet, they were
Allen
20-9.
And it's Snow at the point. Now
They have
Iverson
4 players tied at
running
the
miss
tallest
by
in their
Fred
team at
VanVleet.
6'11", which is all centers. Steven Adams, Nfale Dante, Jock Landale, and Alperen Sengun. And youth is going to be crucial for this team because they have got
Now here's Green.
Cam Whitmore, Reed Shepard, Eamon Thompson, Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Sengun again, and Jalen Green are all under the age of 23. So they are very much a youth-focused side.
Iverson left side. From the line. And he hits the
Coming
jump
to the
shot.
action, Houston
Iverson's got his
4-0
second
down.
of the game to go.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for
Been
everyone.
a slow start for them.
Green. from outside the arc.
Went for the free and got it.
Continuing to
Very lucky, though.
three-point shot. Green hits this one.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Snow the pass to Iverson.
Snow on the ball. Iverson.
Offensive rebound.
Tumbo.
Mutombo nails the baby hook.
Another 2-pointer.
The level of activity this dude just brings.
Good. Iverson and Mutombo really helped the 76ers last time as well. They seem to pair off really well with each other.
Now here's Şengün. Here's Brooks.
Brooks,
Good. And it's
2
Şengün
points.
picking up the assist.
Oh, the balance Brooks has is impressive. Able to work through the defense and still capitalize.
Hill is screen on Green. To the inside. Second shot opportunity. Rebound by Smith.
No, double block. Smith's got the ball.
For never giving up on the plate and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Knocked out court though there.
The Rockets will retain possession here.
We'll go back to Houston with 17 seconds left on the shot clock and 2:36 on the quarter.
Even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And Philadelphia also making a switch. McKee's checked in. Van Vliet
Holding
gets
the
to
ball
Smith.
up for a second. Smith Jr.
Pass to Thompson.
Thompson. And through. Nope.
Now here's Şengün.
Sengun.
Fades and shoots. And it's sent back by Mutombo. Iverson against Green.
76ers. Possession. Lynch. Out. Honestly, from the position he was at, back facing the hoop, having the defender behind him, drawing the foul there, pretty smart. So welcome
Alrighty,
back.
I'm back for the second half of the first quarter. How's the game been going?
Been going pretty well. Houston scored a beautiful 3-pointer that only just went in, but it was still solid. But Philadelphia have had control a lot more. Another 3-point attempt.
Gotcha.
Clean through. Take the lead.
Nice.
Smith Jr. I was pointing out the fact that earlier on, in one of my notes, the youth of the Hornets might be to their Rockets might be to their advantage because they've got Cam Whitmore, Reed Shepherd, Amon Thompson, Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Sengun, and Jalen Green, all under 23 years old in that squad.
Oh, I see. The hunger level is high on that team.
Like some people say experience is better than youth, but like when you've got when you're younger, you've got more energy stores you can rely on, and you're able to basically get your processes for creating energy via ATP a little bit faster. So you can honestly do these quick burst style attacks better, which is perfect for like basketball.
Van Vliet finds Şengün.
Sengun.
It's hauled in by the 76ers. Mutombo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. McKee with it. Now Green defending. McKee the pass to Iverson.
Houston's the white and red, right?
Pass to Mutombo.
Yes, Houston are in the white and red, and the 76ers are in the black. Yeah. 3-point attempt. Nope. Sengun gets it.
3 seconds separate the shot
Van
clock
Vliet.
game
No, Van Vliet.
inside. A steal. Iverson against Green.
Both teams having a little bit of a struggle in this last
Iverson with
minute
the
or so.
ball. He's got 6.
Gonna stall it out. No, they're gonna go for a shot maybe. Lynch. Nope.
That time from Şengün.
And there it is, end of the first quarter. Again, tight-knit game.
Rockets on top. They lead
Yeah,
by
touchy
1.
start. I think they're just trying to see what each other have got. Feel each other out a bit. Have a look at what the typical setups and plays are.
Also, I love this because it's
And getting going again here in the
this is
second
beating
quarter.
expectations
Very
at least
close
at the
game so
moment.
far. Let's quickly
Because
break down the game
Jesse's
we've seen
predictions
so
over
far
on the
for
Discord
Rockets,
calls for a 76 blowout. But they're currently on the back end.
defensively.
Only by a
Making
point,
it
but
as
all the same.
difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
So to begin the second quarter,
This one is one I
the
can call,
76ers.
honestly.
Ollie out
Because the
there.
76ers played really well
It's Geiger.
first round.
And there's Hill.
And the
It's
Rockets are a
Jones.
team
And at
currently
the three,
this
the
season who are doing pretty solid.
Good.
And the lack of effort to fight
Yeah, I
over
think
the
it's just a
screen
matter
there
of
makes that an easy shot.
like the point you made, but the other end of it, there's not very notable names. There's not any veterans,
Here's Thompson.
like really established veteran presence on this team.
Nice again.
At least not a more
Geiger
famed
with the
one.
rebound. The 76ers lead.
I mean, Jalen Green is a good person to have as a under 23. He's a good player.
The assist and lays it.
The way the ball just punched on his head, he didn't give a
Hill's got
fuck.
his first basket.
Nice feed inside.
He's like, yeah, I did
Saw the
that.
play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
Philadelphia now taking the lead with 3 points. Or by 3 points.
Green with the screen on Jones. Brooks with the bounce pass.
Jalen Green.
Green with the jam.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
That's what I'm saying. With a squad as young as this, though, with like that, the amount of depth of youth they've got, they should be able to
Here's Ollie.
when they're swapping out players to go for different lineups, they're going to have that explosive power. Yeah,
On the wing.
they're going to be able to break away a bit faster,
And Whitmore
like
throws
that.
it down.
Oh man, when Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
One might consider this an upset if Houston ends up taking the
And we're
win.
about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Inside.
Yeah, Geiger.
And the rebound goes to
Nope.
the Rockets. Here's Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Another big fast play.
Like takeoff, Thompson can flat.
And that was Thompson, like I was mentioned, another one of these youngsters, Eamon Thompson.
Pass to McKee. To the paint. Here's Geiger. And there's the slam dunk to finish it
Geiger
off.
coming in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Houston with a big group substitution here. Şengün's checked in for Green. Smith comes in for Brooks. Jalen Green's checked in for Amen Thompson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Shepard. And the 76ers
Oh,
will go
perfect.
for a different look here.
Good point
Tumbo is
attempt.
checked in for
Perfect
Geiger.
time screen. Did not get the three, though.
Allen Iverson is checked in for Jones. And it's Snow in for Ollie. A moment now to hear
Beautiful.
from our sideline reporter.
You showed him how it was done.
Right? He said, hey, you go, three, nice idea.
Şengün is a weapon on the block.
Good move, I steal.
Ime Udoka said, "Not a ton of
Yoshi Tatsu of basketball.
Joel Embiid, Jokic. I don't know how many others there are anymore.
Oh,
Alpi said success
Ooh.
against pretty much everybody that's guarded.
good thing this ain't a game of horse.
His footwork is indeed high level.
DA totally agree.
Ooh.
Great footwork.
Lynch
Saved it on the
Good.
back end.
Moves, I've always said.
Good recovery and
Second
good
chance points always hurt.
good score
There's
there
not
as well.
enough
Now
effort
4-point lead for the
block out.
76ers.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
And they took that lead. They were really taking that lead. That blowout is still likely.
And it's slammed in by Smith.
And Smith is just
Smith
so
Jr. again.
aggressive, especially when he's working in that screen.
He's honestly been good so far, getting those good little scores.
Snow the pass to Iverson.
There's the-
Takes the three.
Never three-point
Iverson with the,
Three.
oh my goodness, with the three. We know Iverson was doing very well for the 76ers in the opening round.
Yes, Iverson and Mutombo being that dual package threat.
Oh, true. They got Green and Smith Jr. to try and counterbalance that, but man,
Green's best attributes is that he doesn't really see
if it was anything we learned last game, is that you cannot let tempers flare.
True.
And here is Iverson. He's got 12.
What we saw was the Suns get salty. They couldn't get
Van
the run
Vliet,
back.
wow, wrestling interviewer, basketballer.
And it's Lynch with the rebound.
There's anything he can't do.
Lynch has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And that one's good, Iverson. Iverson's got
I just got what you meant.
Yeah.
Just that, it's the energy and passion
God damn it.
Iverson plays. It just feels like any shot he takes, he can make.
I forgot my point now.
I'm sorry. I fully derailed you because we're like, what does he say? Oh! Oh my goodness, but here we are at halftime with 76ers taking a 5-point lead over the Rockets.
Yeah, I think I got it now. The Suns did get their run back going, so they got salty like they were Kaiba in the last Yu-Gi-Oh movie. It's like, I can't win, so I'm going to teleport myself through time and to go to take on the Pharaoh back in ancient Egypt.
Just like,
you
I'll
didn't
just
win.
Face you before you got good at this. What? I still lost?
Now I'm stuck in ancient Egypt. Oh, what do I do?
Yeah, what do I do?
No problems fighting his way to the rim.
Great job, Kaiba.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Iverson's pace has been really good this whole game. Ooh.
Wait, fully cut him off. Teammate recovered it, but Mutombo didn't get held. Going for it finally, 4 times in. That wasn't exactly the most brilliant, which is crazy when you think about how he was like one of the smartest people ever and the CEO of a company at 16. Like not just like an international company, a global company. He was the CEO. Could not just that, could fly jets on his own, drive cars on his own. He was still good enough to have people transport him anyways. Bro infiltrated an island on his own.
That man built an international space station just for himself and his salty run back.
No, like really. So I don't know if like. Sorry, he just did the definition. Just the definition. Yeah, fair.
Houston needs to get a shot.
Also
they went for it. Recovered.
Like, he's telling them that I think it's the big Series 5 Kaiba tournament he runs. I can't remember what it's called, but he goes, Yugi, make sure you're there on time. Mokuma, make sure that Wheeler is late. It's like he still hates Joey that much that he wants him to turn up late so he can kick him out of it.
Whoa, hold up! I just caught that. Dr. Pepper cotton candy, Rhea? I got a cotton candy pepper. That'll see.
Now Iverson, 14 points for him.
Jumbo.
And he's fouled.
We got a foul on our hands. Yes, we got her. Again, 76ers representing David Runner, passing on to the quarterfinals from winning their opening round match, and Cameron Zebra, represented by the Houston Rockets.
I'm going to say this.
They got the bye. This is their first.
Sengun has made it. I've been noticing it in this quarter. Sengun has made a lot of mistakes. I think that's what's really costing the Houston Rockets right now. And again, Sengun is playing high upfield, no center for the defense.
And it's 8 points for Hill. Rockets trail by 11. Here's Smith. Back to Van Vliet. Some nice passing there by Houston. Now here's Green.
I truly do love it as a series.
Shot clock at 6.
With all its flaws, it's still amazing.
Snow against Van Vliet. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Mutombo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
No, agreed.
Snow the pass to Iverson.
Some of its flaws made by the localization team. Some of its other flaws just being its odd rules at times.
Yeah, no, mainly the rules existing when they're convenient to Yugi.
Or just the entirety of Julius Kingdom where everyone cheats. It's all fine. No one learned how to read their cards.
No real though, and it's like, I use this card and now we're flooded. And thus, my electric type attack from my earth monster can be amplified. Like, what? What? How does this work? How is that how it worked?
I'm gonna use my monster to attack the moon so that the water dries up and I can attack your fish monster better. It's like, what? How is the moon an object you can attack in this game?
It sounded cool. This is rough by the 76ers. This is indeed the blowout, the anticipated blowout scenario.
Yes. And I think part of this has come from a very poor third quarter, but also from the mistakes of some of the team. Like, Sengun being the one I noted out. I think I also saw Smith Jr. make a mistake on that earlier on. That's led to the 2 points being scored.
Snow against Green. McKee, the pass to Geiger. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And yeah, the types existed because originally at one point there was going to be a type weakness. So like, electric monsters would be able to take out water monsters, water would be able to take out fire, fire like ground. There'd be type weaknesses like there is in Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah, because water and fire are attributes. But yeah, isn't there? Yeah, there. Do you mean attribute? Or do you mean types?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean the attributes. My bad.
No, you're good.
But yeah, the attributes were going to have weaknesses to one another. The only one that wouldn't have had a weakness would have been Divine.
Yeah, which is technically the seventh attribute.
Yeah, and the mechanic of that was utilized in a couple of the games, but it's not a real mechanic to the actual card game.
The free throw drops from McKee. Both teams will make substitutions. And McKee drops them both.
So
understandable. There is enough room. My thing that always upset me is when a card seems so much cooler to me because the effect it would be given in the show, but then when I got the card in real life, it was not the same way. Like, Deck Destruction Virus sounded like the coolest fucking thing to me, and it's not what it was. In the movie, it's literally just, at the end of your turn, you lose 10 random cards from your deck. That's fucking horrible, right?
Yeah, that is OP as heck if it was that. Yeah, that was that.
Right? No, and in hindsight, I totally get it. It's just, why would you make it be, like, even though what it is, which is like 3 random cards at the end of your deck, like each time you lose 500 life points or something, more than 500 life points or something like that. I forget what it was. It was much more specific, and it was a much smaller amount that was lost as a result. But even then, it was still a good card. It's just it seemed bad compared to what they made it out to be.
Meanwhile,
and then within the show, they would literally give normal monsters effects that didn't just outright didn't exist. Period. And just like Flame Swordsman. Why did Flame Swordsman have? He didn't have no effects. And also, ridiculously overrated card. Dude's level 5, like 2100 attack. What? I gotta go through all this trouble to get him on the field? No.
Jerry had Flame Swordsman at one time and in his deck as a normal monster.
Oh yeah, that's what also pissed me off. Fusion, there was no such thing as an extra deck until like season 3. It was like, why are we doing this?
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now.
Nice with the 3 pass from Geiger getting the nugget. This is a damning indictment of the Rockets' lack of experience here.
To be fair, though, I also do like GX's interpretation of the rules. I think GX is where actually the rules make sense.
No, GX at least the anime gets consistent with itself. You know, like the first series, it was full on plot convenience determined the rules. But at least in GX, they had an air of consistency all throughout the show. Even if some things in isolation were still kind of silly. My whole thing is 4,000 life points in the show versus 8,000 in real life. When I learned the 8,000 life points, I'm like, how am I supposed to get rid of all of that?
They are fantastic.
It was so funny because the first person I actually learned Yu-Gi-Oh with was my aunt. She saw me watching the show, and she was interested. And then when I got cards and booster packs and stuff, she started reading the cards, and she's like, "Oh wow!" And I guess she understood the strategy aspect much more than I did. So she started buying cards and building her own deck. I would come over, and we would be doing it. It was actually crazy how she like was so genuinely into it. The card game more so than anything. She didn't really watch the show. She just was into the card game. But I learned a lot about it, and that was like the person I was able to like grow the hobby with. I even got my other aunt, who was like a Broadway director. She was kind of posh in her own regard, in the best way, mind you. But it was a very different vibe than my aunt, who was like genuinely into it, because she's always been like the computer person. She's always been the tech geek.
I like that. I learned the game just basically myself. I learned the rules and stuff like that. But like, I used to play during the kickboxing classes. It'd be like, take a break for 5 minutes, have a duel.
Speed duel. You got 20 seconds for your turn.
Play the shittiest deck that was like, what was it? Superconductor, Tyranno, and Dark Magician Girl were my top 2 cards.
Damn, that's rough.
Leading to extra opportunities, which they converted.
Now here's Van Vliet.
But like, without memories like that, you wouldn't have the fond memories of playing the game and still be a fan of it. You know, that's the the stuff that makes you a lifelong fan. And I'm sorry that we got distracted from basketball. This has been a curb stomp Seth Rollins.
We could full just have like a Yu-Gi-Oh podcast if we wanted.
I'd be down.
You see if you do hey, right? That's literally what I said. I'm like, damn. Wrestling interviewer and basketballer. What can't this man do? And it's like 5 seconds later, like, I can't realize what I said. And it just threw everything off.
Let's get RJC on the court as well. Or like Tom Campbell from like Cultaholic.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Now here's Iverson.
I've heard his commentary on a North wrestling show. He's so funny. He has amazing commentary chemistry with Vader Scott.
On the floor. Nice vision from Iverson to find the open man.
Me sitting in the background like I saw an episode once. The FOMO. Is real.
It's like, I was lucky to be that boom period where, like, I remember Yu-Gi-Oh! When it literally started airing on ITV, but there was like also like my childhood had like Pokemon on ITV, Robot Wars on BBC.
The 4Kids version, the 4Kids dub is just trippy.
The only thing I didn't get early on in my youth was Dragon Ball. Because like that was only on Channel 5 and Sky for a long time. And
Great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense.
8 points in 10 seconds? Yeah, not happening.
Ray, are you really thirsting after Grandpa Muto?
So the 76ers win it. This was a very strong
that's derailed me. 76ers win by, it was a blowout, 50-42.
Alan, yep, that's about right.
Keep typing 7ers rather than 76ers on the sheet.
No worries. But yes, up next, we're going to have Jacob Lopez's first showing in the tournament, represented by the Portland Trailblazers 24-25 season, rather. Up against Forever Craig's representatives, the Charlotte Hornets 24-25. Two teams of the same season.
Welcome to the New Year's Eve festivities here on
I
2K
honestly think
Sports.
this could go either
We're
way.
ready to
Like
bring the
again,
year to a close
Hornets
in
as the
style.
time of writing
This is Brian
of
Anderson.
the
Coach
when I
Dan
did this
Van
sheet
Gundy,
was
and
7
the
and
Hall of Famer
22,
Grant Hill here with me at the
Trailblazers
table,
9 and
and
20.
Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Let's take a look at the numbers for Miles Bridges.
And during the last 5 games, he's been a force on the board.
Neither team really
throwing
that
his
strong.
body at rebounds and
We
trying to
saw
grab as many as he
last week
can. And that kind of effort
that
has been noticed
the
by his
Hornets were
coaches
able to
and
win
teammates.
50 to 40
Here's the
over
starting
the
group for
Bucks, and the
Portland.
Bucks are
Inside, it's
honestly
Grant
one of the
playing next to
favorites.
Ayton.
So
Anthony Simons out there with Sharp, and it's Kamare in at the
Yep.
3.
If they can keep it, if they can keep
Here's
the
Charlotte.
space, I think they have it. But
Bridges outside.
just as easily
We-
could be Trailblazers eking out a
Outside,
win.
Green. Pass to Bridges.
immediately, when the people I had written down to watch out for, DeAndre
Ball
Ayton with the
against
2 points at the
Shot
start
clock
of the
at 6.
match.
Ball into the lane, and he buries
And
his
on the
first
board.
look. We'll grab before ringing in the new year.
LaMelo Ball.
Basketball to 10-2. Can it be hard for players to stay focused?
Not really. I mean,
So
these guys
the
know they
the
have
match
a
starts
job.
off with the 2 people I put for each team to watch out for scoring.
But for now, it's all business.
From the mid-range, Simon's quickness is a
My
big
scouting
thing.
worked well.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. How they'll go about defending DeAndre
Ball
Ayton
over the last time was
Coach
very
told
good at
me
those
once
3-pointers.
Ayton gets deep, it's too
Go
late
for it again.
you to find him
You
early.
called it.
Down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot
See
of
how he was
pushing
setting
out
up in the
Ayton.
position on the
Things
court
they come
there.
back.
He was perfect for that 3-pointer range.
Now here's Simons. He had 25 points in his last game. Ayton.
Hard pass of the day.
Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Well, nice release from the pick and roll there from Ayton, and he gets rewarded for it.
Ball finds Bridges. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense?
So Abby,
on
what
that
is your
play?
favorite sports
Well, when
ball?
you are the aggressor this early, it is
Ooh.
intimidating.
Now here's Simons. He's
Care
been an
for many
offensive
of
weapon for them, scoring around 17 and a half
specifically
points a game.
sports ball
Going
varieties.
inside, and the shot goes down.
And a coaching staff
Basketball
has to be happy with how they've
is
shot
probably
the ball
one of the
here
most
early
fun.
on.
The Hornets
I
have
know,
gone
foot-
3 of 3
football's-
so far
American
from the floor.
football's all
Coach, you talk
right.
about guys who are always upping their game. How about Anthony Simons?
Well, Brian, I
Baseball
feel like
bores
he's
me
one
to
of the
death.
truly under-the-radar
Never really sat down for
scorers
hockey,
in this
so I
league.
couldn't tell you,
He's
but
put in
it's
a lot of
never
time
interested
and
me
work,
enough to do so.
Never satisfied with himself for his game, and he just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of
And you
something
see right
like
there the
Sepak
practice time
Takraw?
Sharp's put in. Sound
I apologize for the
mechanics for a
pronunciation.
guy
That
who
is
hasn't played a lot of
that's a
games in his
Thailand
career.
foot volleyball. You have to kick it over the net.
Last game for him, he had
Well, yeah,
14.
volleyball is volleyball is a fun thing
Miller
to play.
outside,
I don't know
from
about
outside
much.
the arc. And it's
Tennis
Portland
is
with the
also a
rebound.
fun thing to
And this
play,
game,
but not
the first
much.
chance they've had to see Charlotte.
Not
Oh my!
exactly the
My
biggest game on the
grandmother is a
season
huge
schedule.
tennis
Both
nerd.
teams are
That's like her sport.
flashing serious potential.
And last year they split their season series, so this is a chance for one of them to get the
A couple
upper
years
hand
back,
on
I
the
was
other.
playing it like every weekend with friends,
And so
or
he
at
draws
least
the
mostly
foul,
every
heading to the
weekend.
line to shoot a pair. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a
Very
pretty substantial
exhilarating.
playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think.
I think I played volleyball a couple of times in college. Like during my
course.
courses, we had to
Danny
do
Alves
that.
checked in for Portland.
Yeah,
I was
great
very
effort
effective
tonight,
because
and
I could
he's
just
been
reach over the
rewarded
net and do the
with
slams
trips
very
to the
well.
line.
Did you know the tallest person to
Ball
ever
against
compete in
Simons.
any
Shoots over
Olympic
ball.
sport or Paralympic
And it's
sport
Simons missing.
plays seated volleyball? He's 8 foot
And
tall.
Ball will bring it up here for the Hornets. Trailing by 2. This
Yeah,
game
he's
coming up
from
for the
Iran.
Hornets versus the Bulls.
He's a seated
And the
seated
win was
volleyball
there
player
for
from
them. They just
Iran.
let it get away. Just couldn't make enough plays late.
Well,
And
this
just
has
like
to
that,
be
the
a
Hornets take the lead.
frustrating loss because they actually played well, but it still wasn't enough for them to get the win.
Now here's Simons.
Like there was the reason I know about that is because there was a lot of uproar at the Paralympics because they refused to make a custom bed to be able to fit him, so he had to lie on the floor during the Paris Olympics in the hotel room.
Seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Pass to Miller.
Visual hacks.
Bridges outside. To the paint. Here's Here's Williams. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
8-second
Just keeping
difference
that
between
lead.
the shot clock and game clock.
Higher than Giraffe.
It's a screen on Miller.
It's a sprinter.
To the middle. To end the run. Oh, a dunk.
Drew the foul as well. Oh, Poland are going to be able
Win
to get
4.
it.
We had a couple of pictures there.
It's going to be on Miles Bridges.
14-0.
Big group
This is a
substitution
high
here for
scoring
Charlotte.
quarter.
Richards is checked in for
Yeah,
Williams.
this is still just the
Curry
first
comes in
quarter.
for Green. Man, he's checked in for Miller, and it's
We
Meachich
big
in
balling
for
here.
LaMelo Ball. Bridges against Williams. Richards
Riding
with
the
screen.
clock out, I'm guessing.
Free
No,
Bridges.
wait for the three-point attempt.
He can't get it to go.
No good.
It's a tie game in Charlotte. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2.
I shouldn't say
after
no
this.
good like I'm Sonic doing an anti-drug PSA.
That's no good.
Let's get you back to the action on the floor as the New Year's Eve festivities continue. Taking a look at the Hornets' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Attacking relentlessly.
14 is a
Drawing fouls.
pretty good
They
score.
won that first quarter at the stripe.
Right, and now you want
Pretty
to
good
see
first
them
quarter for both teams.
sustain this
Another
run
three-pointer.
Beautiful. 3 to start it off.
really paying off.
Here on
This is
5, Portland
This is
has
what we
to start
proved
second.
big last time. Charlotte's ability to score three-pointers, especially by LaMelo Ball, was what really made the difference against the Bucks.
No points so far.
Worked round.
Boom, he
Beautiful
did
dunk
it down.
too.
The reverse slam.
Right? That like reverse 270 dunk. Okay. I see you.
Pass to Richards.
Pass. I thought I was going to pass it back there. Nope. Running through the middle. Back to Richards now and gets the shots.
Someone's wanting their invite to the dunk contest at the NBA All-Stars weekend.
Right? My man said. So I heard there's this thing called a dunk contest over in Brooklyn. I think I'm interested. You sure? It's not quite the count me in. Say no more. Okay. Flash cut to power bomb through table.
No, they'd be doing the powerbomb through the table. They'd be doing it like
That's even
Saturn-
more hilarious.
Saturn style.
So I coming up to you. So I heard I get paid in hot dogs around here.
They do it Saturn style, where he instead of doing a powerbomb, they just choke slam it by holding their face.
Beautiful stall out to out. You saw that? He stalled out to wait out the guard. Still got the foul for it.
Continues to impress.
It's going to be a 6-point game.
Damn.
Wow.
This isn't looking good for the Trailblazers.
What do you have for us, Shams?
The Trail is being doused right now.
Oh, they're styling though. They might be losing, but they're styling.
No, that's good. That means they're staying level ahead when they're pulling things like that. It means the deficit is not getting to them. At least not yet. Not for nothing, it's fair. We're less than halfway through the second quarter. There's plenty of time to turn things around. It's not like you win from a point. If you did, I'm pretty sure the last game would have ended early.
And that was good. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by.
Now, like I said, draw that 6 points already down to 2.
Imagine if that was a clause, though. Game automatically ends if one team gets 20 points ahead of the other.
I mean, I think there's a rule of that in lower league
mercy
soccer
rule?
now. Yeah, there is a mercy rule in lower league soccer where if you've let in more than I think it's 6 or 8 goals by halftime that the mercy rule kicks in.
That's hilarious. It's like, imagine being the team like, no, we can come back. Like, bro, it's 2-14.
Charlotte has gone 3 of 6 from
Like, you need to relax. It's not your day.
Yeah, the development cycle.
I think if I remember rightly, the worst loss on record is 31-0 in an international football match or soccer match.
That's disgusting. Oh my gosh, the pass back and forth there.
They get it again. Back to Green. Ball with it. He's covered by Simons. Second shot opportunity, and Ball gets it to go. Ball's got
Here we go,
7
breaking
points.
that tie, keeping the lead.
Terrific work from the mid-range. Ball has an impressive feel when to take these shots.
Ayton passes to Sharp. Now here's Avdia. Pass to Graham. And here's Sharp. And he was
Speaking of like blowouts, it's just because it's a funny story because I went to the game like after that. Gillingham one season won the playoff match at Wembley Stadium against Shrewsbury. But earlier in the season they had lost 7-0, and the Gillingham fans were starting after winning were chanting, "You can stick the 7-0 up your ass."
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership.
It's like you still lost heavily to them, but you won the playoff in the end, and you're still salty about the 7-0.
Other than that, not much has changed. BA?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks. And here's Grant from the arc.
Beautiful shot from Portland.
Now he's 1 for 2.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone.
Ooh, drew the foul.
And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage at his position, Greg?
Well, BA, he's able to score on smaller guards as well as see over them and
to
find
not
his
get the
teammates.
second one.
His height and quick decision-making are real weapons. The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Here's Simons. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
4-point gap.
He's got 6.
Trailblazers have really come back into this one. Remember, at the start of this quarter, they were 6 points down.
Very much the case. Now they're 4 points up.
10-point swing in a quarter.
Ball's got the ball.
It's ball.
And there's a 3-second violation.
3-second violation. You stayed in the key too long.
Now Portland with it. They're on a 13-3 run. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Simons.
Easy points.
He's now 4 of 7 from the field.
This is rough.
Has really helped them secure this lead.
Hornets got to turn this around. 3's in the way.
Ball surveys the floor.
Yeah, well, you know, Ball's gonna try and make up for that, but he's running that clock down, and I don't know if it's the best idea. What are you gonna go? What's the plan here, buddy? Going around. Oh no, passed over.
Let's go with a three.
Miller with the free.
Beautiful. Great play. Turned out to be a great play. As we hit at halftime, the 3 points down, but Hornets still in the game. Trailblazers really set a precedent here. My man out here with the spinning wheelie in the costume. I can't with the guy in the Hornet costume.
I mean, it is called a BMX.
Taking a look at Portland, they know it's going to be a tough year. And I got to say, it's been hard to watch them fight, looking through all these challenges. You hope they'll...
And now looking at the Hornets, a very close game so far.
We need a department store intercom. Attention all ballers, attention all ballers.
That does it for halftime.
And as we get into
It's been a
this third
fun
quarter,
little
as we've seen
tournament so far.
Neither team able to
Fun
create
little
much
night as
separation
well.
on the scoreboard. Well, you look at Miles Bridges. Man, has he been playing well?
I said the psychology of
What's
it,
an answer
you
for
know.
him coming out of the half? They have to change something.
Wrestling's not the only sport with psychology.
Because you're right. He's the problem.
No, like real though.
Ball and Miller pair up as the
You need
backcourt.
court psychology.
Williams is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Hornets.
Ball's got the ball.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. It's off to Detroit after this game.
They call it a court, but there is no judge.
That'll be the first
Why don't they have judge? Why don't they have EJ and Duca right?
I
on
was
the
just gonna
sideline?
say, why isn't EJ out here on every court?
He's covered by Grant. Williams a screen on Grant. Here's Bridges.
I was just spelling out Craig's joke.
Wide open jumper.
He's
got 12.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Charlotte Bees sounds cooler anyways.
Trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from him.
Now here's Sharp. And here's Simons outside.
It'd be like the team name with the Hornets. Yeah, like the Hornets is a cool name, but also like every time I hear the word Hornet, I can only think of where the cigarette sponsorship was sent in F1 for a while. So the Jordan F1 team, instead of having Benson hedges on the side, which are cigarettes, had buzzing hornets on the side, and had a picture of a bee.
Oh, it does, Brian. Their offense
They were being cheeky, getting around the fact that they couldn't have cigarette sponsorship by having something daft and gimmicky on the side of the car, which is what Jordan did a lot at the time.
Now here's Miller. He has 6.
History of F1 teams and like what they used to do is pretty weird and pretty fun. Oh, 3-point attempt failed.
Hayden's got 4 rebounds now. Simons outside. Pass to Graham.
Simons to Grant. Running round. Gets it in. Extends the lead to 3.
Look, you know that's where Grant likes to play. Using that body in close.
Sometimes you really got to realize how much effort goes into the running of a basketball game. Think about the people who got to watch the clocks, who's got to reset the play timer, like each time. People who got to put a graphics everywhere.
The people who've got to keep counting
the fouls and then the count. Yeah, just.
Yeah, you've got to keep counting the fouls as well, because again, remember, a player can be fouled out of a game after 5 fouls.
Left to the wing.
It's a bit like getting a yellow card and a red card in soccer. 3-point of Portland extends that lead to 6 now.
Another 3 from the Trailblazers.
They're using the Hornets game against them.
Sharp against Miller.
Miller. Being pressured back. Good defense work. 3 on the clock. 2, 1. Gets the shot off, but it doesn't matter.
Trailblazers lead by 6. Grant outside. Miller comes with a double. Back to Simons.
They're going to go for another 3-point now.
Miller pulls it in.
How the attempt was going, they just couldn't execute it that well.
And right away, Brandon Miller showed that he was a star in the making, Grant.
Yeah, he's a 3-level scorer, BA. He's very fluid as a player, and he makes the game.
Not the best screen from ball.
He hasn't even grown into his body yet.
But gets the shot.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
I think that's what they needed, though. Like getting that score now, if they can get some defensive work going and prevent maybe a couple of scores for Trailblazers by the end of this quarter, that gap could be tight.
Avdia comes in for Kamara. Rupert, he's checked in for Sharp. And it's Henderson in for Simons. 58 seconds left in the third. Here's Henderson. Richards pulls it in.
That's the kind of better defense I was talking about. Had a lot of men marking there.
Here's Curry. And
oh, traveling shot doesn't get in.
Hayden's got 5 rebounds in the game.
Back down the court.
Pass to Henderson. Now here's Ayton. Tight defense on him. And Henderson with the basket. On the assist from Ayton. And the Trailblazers lead by 6. The Hornets have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go.
Now 6 points is not the worst gap to have.
Oh, and there's the whistle.
Through the foul, we're going to get 2 shots.
For him coming up.
Personal foul.
Man, good whistle there.
That one.
Trip to the line. And that one goes in.
Crucial.
2 from the line that time.
Closing that gap as we close out the third.
17 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball.
Trailblazers will probably not be comfortable with only a 4-point lead going into the fourth. That is still something that can be swung.
Yeah, and that's what they went for right there. That 3!
Yes.
That, oh, with nothing else to do. Woo! Oh, if he got that shit right back, though, that'd be so fucking hype. Oh, no, I respect it anyways. Almost 2/3 down the court went for it.
That was almost the Miz level buzzer beater.
That would have been huge. Oh, I wish it happened.
Williams is out there with Klingon. Then it's Murray. Then it's Henderson. And it's
Yes,
Avdia.
7-point lead.
Henderson. The bank shot. No
Try and make it 9,
Well,
nope.
that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just
It's
off
it.
the mark.
pass to Salon. And here's Man, defended by Avdia.
Oh, it's Man and Ball, all on the
Richards
same
with a
team.
screen. Man, the pass to Richards. Now the Blazers on the move. Back to Henderson.
All back and forth, go out for the shot, and they got it.
Yeah, even though he's 6'2",
Woo.
Henderson is best attacking on the interior.
Hornets trail by 9. Curry passes to Man. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Pass to Curry. Just 5 to shoot.
Curry.
To the paint. Here's Richards.
Good setup.
And it comes off an assist from Curry.
You just can't give up.
Brings it back down to 7.
Run.
Still.
Off the outside.
Fun fact, because I know from experience, tall men run weird.
No, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feeling touch around the bucket.
Here's Micic, defended by Henderson.
I thought y'all ran like Naruto.
On the wing, Curry. Richards with a screen. And Seth Curry with
Beautiful.
the three.
There we go.
If you came here
Ball again. Oh, is that Curry actually? Sorry.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been?
Now, by the Trailblazers, okay.
Just fantastic execution.
And Chauncey Billups calls
I mean,
time out here.
ready to pause the momentum. Stop.
Calling them into the huddle. A new lineup here
Stop
for
Hornets
Charlotte.
maybe
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
gathering too much momentum with those 3-pointer scores. Wrapping up.
And despite the lead, they are
It's
still
a good idea.
pushing this team hard. In the
Very
huddle, they
tactical
told the
timeout.
guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, BA.
All right, appreciate
Boy,
it.
Yes,
nope.
that's what they need. Stealing the ball. Ball got the ball down the court.
With it. He brings it up
Pass
to
it over to
Charlotte. Bridges finds ball.
Ball's
back to ball.
ball.
Does not get it.
Mark there with a three. Portland leading by 6.
Not a 3-pointer, but close.
Sharp passes to Graham. Kept alive.
Nearly retaliated with a
Awkward
3-pointer.
again, dunked it.
Ayton brings it back to 8 points.
Solid offensive rebound.
Timeout. This time on the Hornets end.
Numbers to back it up.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. No doubt.
All right, y'all, here's the plan.
Utilize the opportunity
Don't let
to
them
make
shoot.
sure they're all on the same page here. Richards is checked in for Charlotte. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter.
Don't let them shoot, much like gun ref.
Ball against Simons.
It's a simple case of just gotta follow the rules. Oh no. Trailblazers stealing the ball. Oh, and then land. Everyone down.
Yeah, this is.
10-point lead.
I think this is insurmountable now. 2 minutes, and you've got what, 10 points to catch up.
8 points right now at the 2-minute mark exactly. But no, you're right. That's got to operate under the assumption that Trailblazers don't get a point until then, and that doesn't seem very realistically with how and there it is, just drifted right in.
They just let that stay up there as well. There wasn't any attempt to block that.
Nobody tried to, because they probably thought it was going to fall off, and they were just ready for it. And when it didn't, they're like,
Here's ball. Ball ventures inside and converts.
Nothing but net there.
Can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
8-point gap. You need to block this.
ooh, foul, that's not good. Last thing you needed to hand them points. Out here pulling a Suns.
It's tough to chase Simons all over the floor.
And good
Man,
on the
Suns
second,
fell
so
out.
he makes them both. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. There's ball with a 3.
3-pointer.
That doesn't go either for ball.
No
That would have
good.
been necessary.
I need to stop saying it like that.
Pass to Kamari.
I can't. I need to stop defaulting to Sonic.
Oh, he gets it to go. 7 of 13 now.
12 points now. This is, yeah.
Simons
Portland are also on for the scoring record in this tournament so far.
Ball's doubled. Miller outside.
Like
Green with a
55
screen on
points
Sharp. Miller
in this short amount of time is
misses
crazy.
the 3.
No, you're not wrong. 20 minutes as opposed to the regular 60 total that would be available to the game.
So theoretically, they could have scored like 155.
Oh yeah, no, and that's not the most uncommon thing to see basketball games go into the hundreds. You know, but
true, but like 155
average around like 70 to 80. From what I've seen.
They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next two matchups
So yeah, Trailblazers.
should be fun.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for DeAndre Ayton.
They're going for the big plays, and I get it. I respect it.
Helping to turn the tide as far as the possession game, and so often that's the difference.
10 seconds. They're going to stall it out. 58 to 43.
They're gonna end it on. They're gonna end it on a high note. And he's gonna shoot now. No, he's not. He's just gonna stall. He's just gonna stall. Why even bother, right?
Boy, a nice win on the road.
Damn.
By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone
Oh,
cold.
GG's, Craig, but play of the night, really. Game of the night has got to go to. I suppose performance of the night has got to go to Portland Trailblazers on behalf of Jacob as he closes out the third of 4 quarterfinal games. Moving to our fourth and final game, we have ourselves the Atlanta Hawks 85-86 representing Hex, who advanced from the opening rounds of the quarterfinal to face off against Explosive represented by the Chicago Bulls 85-86 in his first showing. Now this is going to be an interesting one, I got to say, because this is back-to-back games of teams in the same season. Fortunately, I'm going to have to excuse me.
This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry.
While my broadcast colleague is away, I will cover some of the facts of the teams. So the Hawks won 30-29 in the first round against the New York Knicks. Unfortunately, they did nearly throw away a 12-point lead to only come away with a 1-point win. Again, their big player is called Tree Rollins. He is tall like a tree. We're up against the Bulls. The season that they're from, they had a 30-52 record, but that was also because Michael Jordan missed pretty much most of the regular season, 60 games with a broken foot. And they've also got Jawan Oldham as their tall player. And like I said, Jordan is going to be their threat if he's healthy. But like I said, if this replicates how that season was for them, he's not going to be here. But we'll see. The wonder of the great thing about video games is the hypotheticals, the what ifs. What if Jordan was fit that season? What would the Bulls record have been? He's too old.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. After the basket by Atlanta.
Possession. Doing some stall work.
Jordan against Whitman. And it's blocked.
Blocked. Wilkins is in the ball.
Wilkins
taking the up court.
Master Rivers.
That left wing. Rivers.
Just 5 to shoot.
Wearing the clock down. 2 seconds for shot. 1 second for shot.
They get the rebound.
No. Rollins.
Here's Rollins. Good for the basket.
There we go.
1 for 1 with that
Messi.
Well, he takes care of
Very time consuming. The points were scored.
By getting on the offensive glass.
Again, taking up that time though means that the Bulls are going to have less time to try and respond. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Pressure's on here. Defense has been good by Atlanta here.
Shoots off the step back. And he didn't get quite enough.
And blocked again. Wilkins back up. Yeah, Jordan was on the ball. So Jordan is in this game, which is a thought. That's going to be their main threat there for the Bulls.
Can't get it to go.
Main attacking player. And you got Michael Jordan on the court. Things are going to be good.
Jordan against Whitman. to Willis.
Welcome back.
And here is Wilkins.
We're just turning to Yo now.
Doesn't get it
Yo.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Jordan.
Oh no, new Discord form unlocked.
Just setting the aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
I see we have ourselves a very low-scoring game, though. These two teams are really at each other's throats.
Yes.
There we go, Atlanta taking.
Well, you missed basically Atlanta taking up a lot of the shot clock, getting a shot up at the last second, missing, Rawlings recovering it, then dropping the ball and having to gather it up off the floor before scoring. It took them maybe, like, I would say a full 30 seconds to score a single score. So, very much using the time up, though. This is not going to be a high scorer like that previous match.
And yeah, so this seems like a very tactical, in each other's heads kind of game.
Yes.
Still scoreless. 4 on the shot clock.
After these pass back and forth. Ooh, that was a foul. Who was getting pissed?
He had a majestic mustache.
Oh yeah, he did. Oh my gosh, those mustaches said, "I'm in the '80s and I'm proud of it."
Vegeta would be envious of that mustache.
Oh, that was a GT Vegeta's mustache if I ever seen it.
Floats one. And Willis pulls it down. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
The Vegeta mustache, if you will.
Outside Wilkins. Webb dishes to Wilkins.
I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say we're the biggest anime weeb sporting commentary team
We are,
ever.
right? We're out here playing 2K25 NBA and being like, Yu-Gi-Oh! And anime.
And Dragon Ball.
Dragon
and Tokyo Ghoul.
Tokyo Ghoul. Shit down. Shit down.
Lead by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter.
Hi, if you're still here, you might like this space. Otherwise, you probably have already left.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now.
We're not talking about that because we don't like the action. We love the action here. Like, this game is good. Like, honestly, I'd love to see more tournaments in basketball games like this. It's just also because we're daft and we go on side tangents a lot.
Quite frankly, yes.
And it's Banks and it's the small forward.
Still hear you, a real one, truth.
Webb can't hit. Bulls trail by 4. Here's Holton. It's not going to go for him.
Been a low-scoring affair so far.
Now Webb.
No, quite frankly, you're right. Space, yes. She is on lap and then shot the fireworks and got her scared. That's why I stepped away as I was checking on the cats outside. Could not find them, so that tells me that they're hiding them.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance.
Well, I couldn't find them briefly. I'm sure I would find out if I would like look around and stuff, you know.
18 feet away and he knocks it down. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
Well, whether things are good,
PSA to those who have animals, please keep look out and keep them safe tonight, because fireworks and New Year's is always very noisy and disturb the pets. So yeah. Yeah, Atlanta so far having a solid lead.
Now here is Webb. He's guarded closely.
We got the booms outside. I'm just concerned about the outside kitties because I don't know if they've already gone out there or they're nighttime exploring yet. Last night I learned they're crossing the street now.
Paxson passes to Holton.
That's a big step for them exploring.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when across the street is the start of the factory district.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. So that had me concerned, especially because, like, I was able to follow them around until Swoosh decided to slip through underneath the gate that was lined with barbed wire on the top. So there was no way I could get him after him. I've gotten perfectly comfortable with hopping fences and stuff like that. But
you're telling me
not so much.
Yeah, you're telling me you're not ready for barbed wire deathmatch?
No, not quite. That sounds like pay me.
I'm sure Ian Rock will pay you in hot dogs. He does all that sort for the.
Yo. Welcome in. It has been a good time. We have gone on our fair record of side tangents here about many things, but the game and the action has been awesome. We've seen tight-knit games. We've seen complete blowouts. And now we have a very tactical, low-scoring game on our hands as we're halfway through the second.
Here's Rollins.
Atlanta's managed to score 14 points in a quarter and a half, which is as many as both teams in the last game scored in the first quarter on their own.
Yeah, broke her toe. What's this?
That's one he knows he should have drank.
Raya.
Ouchies.
Say what you will about the value.
I know a thing or two about broken toes.
Those close-in looks are always.
Considering my toes decide to go full exorcist whenever they break.
That's the only thing I've ever broken. Is my toe. It is my index toe, I guess you could call it. My secondary to my big toe on my left foot. I broke it right in between the.
No, I haven't seen him in
trying to remember what the knuckles are.
or at least spots we've seen in this
But like the base of my foot and the first main knuckle. That, like, apparently, I don't know, I guess I cracked it or something. All I know, it was blue and purple and swole up for weeks on end. And I never had it checked out or anything until I finally showed my mom months later because I was scared to show her. And she was like, oh yeah, no, you probably broke it and healed because look at how dense it is now. And like I have a big old calcium buildup on that part of my toe now because I never had it checked out or splintered properly or anything. Apparently it was probably just a crack or something like that. So the way I got it, which is why I kept it a secret, was wrestling with my friends in the room. And in his room was he had a concrete floor because it was a built-on room and there was no rug or anything. So we were just doing spots on the mattress, and I went to do an RKO to him, and my foot smacked off the concrete, and I guess the impact was the brunt of it was on that toe, and that's how it cracked, because it hurt so bad. And if you want to leave shit in the middle of the walkway, leave the fucking lights on. Yeah, no, that's it sounds like a a fundamental safety hazard.
Atlanta right now just thrown away a 6-point lead. Chicago have brought it back up, and now I think Chicago, if they score this, take the lead for the first time.
This is what we needed to do. Back over to Jordan. Jordan gonna go for it.
Michael Jordan.
Oh, Wilkins steals it.
We're gonna be. If we're 14 all again in this game, go Wilkins. Guaranteeing they score more in 2 quarters than the last 2 teams did in 1 quarter. Slow, methodical pace here, the Randy Orton of basketball.
Oh my God!
So far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's Atlanta.
Never mind, you just take. Yes, your team just took the lead.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Nice game, great performance.
I wonder if this will mean that because that's slow, methodical pace, whether it will continue or if this means they'll be a bit more explosive going into the second half.
He's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Oh, you know what? That's not a bad shot. Oh, something tells me one or both teams are really holding out until the. Ooh, that was an ambitious play there. I think one or both of these teams are holding out until the fourth to really, kick it into third gear.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post.
It feels like we've seen a lot of reservation in this game.
Over Willis. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down to 2.
Like a busy restaurant, there's much reservations.
And here's Rivers, still without a basket. Master Rollins.
You want terrible anecdotes?
By Green.
You've come to the right place. Terrible anecdotes and corny wordplay. We're your guys.
And that's exactly what you want to start.
Literally, us two, we're the champions. My friend.
Coming out, that's the way you want to start. Be aggressive.
20-16, Atlanta back in lead.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's Mason. Gervin in the high post. Here's Jordan. And Willis.
Decent shot, no good though.
Willis has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And again, counterattack has been really strong for the Hawks.
Yeah, and the Hawks looking to get that 6-point lead back. Not quite there yet, though. Bulls taking it back down the court. Ooh. Not sure if that would have been a 3 or not. That's a tough angle to go at.
Makes it off the glass. Willis has got 4 points this quarter.
Yo, EO, we were just saying this earlier. Like, imagine if pro wrestling gave... Well, we were talking about the commentary specifically. Like, imagine if they gave that much attention to commentary. Like, imagine if they gave that much attention to it, period. Like, I think that'd be awesome.
You would really need a development team, though, and a publisher that truly has passion and love for professional wrestling as a whole.
That's true. And, not for nothing, but we should also put in perspective, like, how fortunate we are, how spoiled, really, we are with something like WWE2K25. Because those of us playing wrestling games 15 years ago would have never thought most of this possible.
True. I will also say the only person who has that level of passion and love, who's a publisher and a developer, is M. Dickey. We know what the M. Dickey games are like.
Right. No, but put
they are
M. Dickey, what's the status? Like, get these kind of names all together to make a wrestling super game. Hell yeah.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up.
Treat the WWE games the way get people to. No, for real. It's like, yeah, no, if you like this, you'll really like this other game. We actually cared about this one.
I'll say this. M. Dickey is what wrestling is like if you watched wrestling while high on a kilo of acid.
You're not wrong. Oh, he threw those steps over the top rope.
This team just work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully.
Oh my God, did he just fucking blow out? I could have swore he ate his leg. He ate his leg, right?
Why do you sound like Ben?
No, that's not a... I was going for Stoner Surfer.
I know. I know. It was a little bit of a joke. I'm sorry.
No, I is.
Back to Rivers. Over Mason.
Ooh.
Can't get it to go.
No.
Gervin with it. Wilkins picks him up.
No, I'm aware, Hex, that that's what it's like.
Nice
Beautiful free throws
shot.
by Chicago. Macy. I wonder if they'll have a parade for him after that 3-pointer if they get the win.
Hand off. Shot. Easy points for Atlanta.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the third. And Macy kicks to Jordan.
Jordan
talking mad shit.
13 feet away. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Again, the combination of Willis and Wilkins in that defense has been amazing for the Hawks.
Or no defense on you.
I think they're going to stall it out here.
Here's Whitman.
Nope. They went for the shot.
Put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we've reached the end of the third.
Would have been nice.
Lead by
But that
5.
means still a 5-point lead.
Step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist
Give
of
us
the game.
WWE SmackDown 2 with the Michael Cole and Taz really odd, weird commentary, but modern day. And replace Michael Cole with Excalibur and make it an AEW game.
Dragon Lee with the Canadian Destroyer.
The fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. Taking a look at the Bulls, they've got Paxson.
I think that'd be great. That's something that'd be really. That would be so fun. Like little
Draft is
throwback.
the best way. But no, I'm so with you there.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
The Bulls making a switch here. Lopez is checked in, and that one falls for Webb. Bulls trail by 8.
Game.
Here's Holton.
No, I hear you. Just bring that back. Just like keep all the things about it that, like, yeah, no, it's very much accentuate the positives and eliminate the negatives. Wow.
Beautiful pass game, but not enough to get the score.
Right, they created the opening they were looking for. They just needed to take that one home. They did not. And an 8-point deficit is the Bulls. This is rough go at it for them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the ATL fans will be happy here. Hawks are going. This
is especially rough. To go back to the 85-86 season, they faced off, and the Atlanta Hawks got the win over the Bulls. Well, the Bulls did not have Jordan at the time. Now they do, and it's still not looking the best for them.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now.
Yes. Again, that season IRL, like I said, Jordan missed 60 regular season games. Man's foot fell off.
Dog collar match of the game.
Webb, stolen by Washington.
You see, I think the thing that they don't want to get caught up on is like dog collar getting caught up in the ropes and stuff like that.
We have dog collar matches. Why can't we have cat ear matches? Where you force you, if you win, you force your opponent to wear cat ears. Look, if you've got dog collars, why not that part? Just hypothesizing.
Charles Oak, he's checked in for Washington. Green comes in for Dave Corzine. And it's Macy and
Chicago got the ball there.
All
Big
the way
play.
over. Jordan back. Oh.
Out. It stops the clock for him, which is actually kind of good.
No good on the free throw.
Bro, shoot with your mustache.
He doesn't get the second one. Oakley kicks to Banks.
Shoot with your mustache. I can't forget that quoted. Shoot with your mustache is an amazing quote.
Outside Green.
3-point attempt. No good. God, that's it. Every time.
Puts it up from 12.
Run
And
it
once
up.
again off the
Nope.
mark by Atlanta. Outside Banks. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter.
And that was a defend here.
From 6 away.
Banks. Still can't hit a barn door.
Screen by Oakley. Macy
Macy.
passes to Banks. Another shot.
Good.
Atlanta with the
No.
rebound. Rollins got his 7th rebound of the
All
game.
the way
with that
down
last
again.
one.
That is costly there. That was a lot of time wasted.
Goes back up.
And no score for
They
it.
get it
Willis
second time
dunks it.
over.
And the Hawks lead by
7-point
Seven.
lead.
Coaching staff would like some
7
more
with
shots.
2 minutes on the clock.
The Bulls call timeout. Gervin's checked in for Chicago.
Come on, Bulls. You're the protagonist of basketball.
Aldridge, David, it's all yours. Take it away.
You got to do it.
Hey guys, well, Alexi Morris.
If you don't win, then Space Jam never happens.
You need to make Space Jam happen. My childhood literally depends on it.
they can come back.
Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam.
Here's Wilkins.
On its side.
And it's Chicago with the rebound. Green's got
That's
rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Green with a screen on Rollins. Back to Gervin. Hands it from
Nice
three.
Now just a 2-point
Cuts the gap to 2. Minute and a half.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment.
And again, Atlanta have not scored more than 34 points in either game so far.
And here is Macy. Outside Gervin to tie it up. And Willis pulls it down. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. Wilkins in the post.
A lot of bodies there. Couldn't get the clear shot.
Been their best rebounder tonight.
He's been everywhere.
Long passes, and there it is. Oh, foul, though, as we tied the game up. 45 seconds left on the clock.
And Jordan's taking it. Oh, it doesn't get it.
He didn't get it, but they got them points off it anyways, and they took the lead.
Green was right there for the rebound to basically cover up the mistake of Jordan.
Knowing the player Jordan is and becomes, I would not be surprised if that was a tactical error.
Whitman has screen on Mason.
I love the term
I don't know why you would do
error
such a
because
thing.
I love the term tactical
Unless you wanted
error.
to turn 1 point into 2 points. And just like that, evened it back up. Still got a game, 30 seconds on the clock. Bulls really do-si-doing down the court. Taking their time. There's a long pass. Once more, Oakley stalling out. Go for almost got them. Hawks call a timeout. Honestly, that was a very tactical timeout, just for the mere fact that they reset position.
Next score could win this.
Oh,
Atlanta gonna go
absolutely.
through.
And sure enough, the Atlanta Hawks are stalling that out. Worst case scenario, this ties goes to OT. Oh, just dancing and shot. Did not get it. We go to overtime for the first time in this tournament.
35 all.
Wow. Wow. What I'm saying is the overtime is a full additional quarter, a fifth quarter. No, it's not. Overtime's 3-minute quarter, a partial quarter.
We've got Rivers.
Which does leave the room for something such as a double overtime.
At the shooting guard position. Pass to Green. High post, Jordan.
Oh, and if it happened, if a third one happens, it's no one's going over.
He was dancing. I'm sorry, what was that? I talked to him.
I was going. I said if a third one happens, it's no one's going overtime.
Rivers passes to Wilkins.
Oh yeah, there's no such thing as triple overtime, right?
No, it was a joke. No one's going over. No one's winning.
Oh,
first one happened.
Green with the rebound.
Sorry.
Green's got
That wasn't cool. That wasn't obvious. I was being a cheeky little shit.
from 11 feet away.
Ooh, nice. There it is. And oh my gosh, Chicago. It's like they needed this. Look at this pressure. Oh my gosh.
It took them to the fifth quarter, but they're actually finally doing the
Honestly, I think this is where it's trying to stall at the end of the fourth really played against the Hawks here, but they can still come back. Just got some points here and got a foul to get some extra. Oh,
so it's a 1 point game. I like how the Atlanta Hawks logo looks like a Pac-Man right there.
Doesn't it? Just yeah. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who sees it.
Like a very skinny Pac-Man.
It's yeah, no, it fucks with me. I see the hawk, but that looks like the mouth to me. The little thing is the thing that Pac-Man always eats.
Yeah, little pellet.
Hey. There it is. The Hawks taking the lead back.
Players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
And here is Macy. Gervin outside. Outside for Jordan.
Ooh, violation.
Out the court.
Almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might
Cargo down.
a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Point behind again. If you lose by a point after like 5 quarters, that's got to be heartbreaking.
Here's Whitman. Pass to Rivers.
Oh,
now Wilkins.
last second pass.
Wilkins.
Passing the shot. Does not get it back in Green's hands. Down the court to Macy.
Macy scored that 3-pointer earlier on. It was a beautiful shot.
Oakley,
Oakley,
Jordan, the 2
Jordan.
short passes. Gets it. Timeout called by the Hawks. 40 seconds left. We're down a point.
Again, point still stands. If you lose at this point by a single point, it's gonna hurt so much.
Oh, that's
how much effort's gone in to get that close.
Pass to Rollins.
Tree Rollins, no.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6
He's not roll trees.
And it's Jordan.
It was just about.
I can read your mind.
Points. Got some points, and I believe foul. No timeout. Okay. Damn.
Here's Rivers.
I mean, a 3-pointer would even it up again would be another quarter of overtime.
Over Gervin. The Hawks.
No.
Oh.
No. He drew the.
Again, they're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but
They took the foul.
for some misses.
And here are the Bulls now.
Foul again.
It's a 3-point game.
Atlanta's desperate, and it's cost them.
Oh, yeah, it has.
And he hits both free
45 to 40 now.
Breathe easy now. The
I
biggest
say lob it, get it here. No, it's not happening.
That's ball game. Quite literally, because a ball is involved.
Doesn't go for him. And so it's Chicago.
45 to 50, the Bulls advance. The anime protagonists of basketball go through.
No, that was not Jesse, but GG's Hex. GG's my friend, and GG's explosive moving on to the semifinals. And there you have it, y'all. Next week, we will have the finale of the 2WC54, as we will be covering the semifinals, the finals, and the championship match. And as you see here on our bracket, we got Jackie, represented by the Detroit Pistons, 03-04, up against Explosive, represented by the Bulls, 85-86. And on the other side of the bracket, we got ourselves the 76ers, 2001, up against the Trailblazers, 24-25. These two will be facing off in the final. Winner will be facing off against champion George. Yes. GG's indeed. Down by 3 and went for 2. Atlanta just keep trying. Really, yeah, it felt like they kind of just like, yeah, no, I think we're done here. And they stopped believing in themselves. But all the same, this has been a fun time, and I'm looking forward to the finale next week. I do believe Ben will be joining us for that. But otherwise, thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. Next time we're going live is going to be over on the main channel for the Dynamite Watch Along. Link here in the chat. I'm going to be doing the ROH watch party instead of the watch along like normal this Thursday. And then Friday we got ourselves a double week including Survivor Series for the My GM mode right back here at the WM Network. And speaking of, thank you again, Craig, for joining us. You have really made this experience that much more enriching.
I'm glad to have helped. I honestly really love basketball. This is one of my thoughts I have fond memories of from college. So being able to commentate and be able to assist with facts, figures, and my daft style of commentary is honestly a pleasure.
That. Thank you so much. But yes, y'all, do drop us a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. Double check, make sure you have. I don't think I'll call for it at all here in the stream, but those help us out, especially on this out of play streams. This is mostly a wrestling channel, but the beauty of the 2WC is it allows us to reach beyond. But otherwise, thanks everybody for hanging out. Take care and have a happy new year.
Happy New Year to everyone.